A very good morning to one and all gathered here. I am Dr. P. Sivashankaran, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry. Today we are going to have a talk on manufacturing simulation system and its basic importance in engineering applications. These are the agenda for today's presentation. Let us have a basic introduction about the simulation modeling languages and what are the popular software packages are available in the market. So we will see everything as a nutshell. First, let us understand the basic meaning, what exactly the simulation called as. Simulation is nothing but a duplication of a real system virtually by making a 3D printed computer model or a 2D mapped computer model. A simple example I can say a warehouse simulation. So how simulation going to support the warehouse operation? The main function of warehouse is to keep the finished goods inside the storage limit. So here we can analyze the optimal space requirement to stock the raw material within the warehouse in a more compact way, such that the raw material breakage or overstacking can be avoided. So for such purpose, simulation plays a more important role. The next one, simulation is a virtual modeling languages. So that will try to copy the behavior of the real system that looks alike. And using the virtual model, we can study the potential characteristics or behavior based on the simulated model. And these are some of the common, the general questions one may have in their mind before going to construct a simulation model. So type of input data, whether that may be qualitative or quantitative. The next thing, comparison between the simulation model and the reality, and experimental runtime. That is a total runtime to conduct the experiment. The next one is output analysis. These are the basic things which are present in any simulation software. And the next one, what I mean to say, simulation is said to be purely a random, repeated occurrence of event by trial and error. Let us take an example: ATM teller machine. So here we can repeatedly perform a simulation operation to study the arrival time of a customer, measure the waiting time, queue length of the customer in front of the ATM teller machine, such that we can able to fine tune the characteristics of the existing system. And coming to the objectives of simulation, there are two different objectives which are listed here. First one is the basic or primary objectives. So before going to model any simulation system, we should have the thorough domain knowledge about the field or expertise. Only then we can able to create a virtual model. Based on that, we can compare for further fine-tune adjustment before going for final installation. And next one, concept of simulation. And here we can see the 3D printed image of the simulation of a conveyor line, right? So from this you can able to understand that simulation is a development of a virtual computer model. Thereby we can able to understand in a more simpler way its operational characteristics with reference to the given the data what we are specifying into the designed model. And it is one of the tool strongly supports the manufacturing managers who are in the middle level. If any of the problem under quantitative analysis, if you are unable to solve it, the simulation is the next available feature that can give you a quick solution within a reasonable point of time. Simulation helps to find out the bottleneck or any occurrence of flaw in the existing system. So thereby we can able to improvise it in a meaningful way till we attain the final solution. And simulation can be further classified into two different types: continuous and discrete event simulation. The continuous simulations, which are done at regular intervals repeatedly for a long process cycle, we call those simulation as a continuous event. Discrete event, one of the best example which I told you is an automatic teller machine. That is the best example for discrete event simulation. So at a different point of time interval, we can study the, the change in size of the queue nature of the customer, the waiting time of the customer in front of the ATM service station. And next, we are going to see some of the standard industry-oriented application. The first example we are going to see about the part handling system, that is a part loading and unloading operation. So here, how we can apply simulation to study the behavioral characteristics of part loading and unloading operation. So I want to improve the setup time. I want to prefix the setup time for both loading and unloading operation. By doing so, I can able to save the production demand or the deadline within the specified limit. So using simulation, I can able to study virtually how many number of parts are arriving at what time it is loaded into the server, and exactly at what time it goes out as a finished product to the customer market segment. So by conducting a simulation on continuous interval basis, such that I can prefix the standard time limit before going for the final implementation purpose. So that will serve as a record, a benchmark record for me. Uh, Based on that, I can narrow down all my the part planning activities systematically. The next one, simulation of logistics. So here, the flow of raw material, a movement of goods, that is, a finished products from each the nodal point can be simulated by creating a virtual model like this. Let us take an example: the interaction between supplier and manufacturer. Here we can measure the time flow uh, using a simulation, measuring the time at which the supplier can forward the raw material as per the manufacturer's request. Then between warehouse and manufacturing enterprise, measuring the time at which the raw materials from the inventory arrived into the manufacturing uh, hub. Then from manufacturing hub to retail, it goes out as a finished product, and finally it goes to the customer. So measuring the path of the raw material or the for final product by simulation interface application. Next one, simulation of a garment shop. So in, here we can able to re-engineer the interior space layout of an existing garment shop, so that we can able to accommodate a maximum number of customers inside the garment shop by creating a separate cabin for each and every customer, so that they can feel in a more compactive way so that unwantedly the customers, uh, the waiting time can be reduced to a minimal extent. So in the existing system, you can see here, a lot of customers are waiting outside in queue. This kind of thing can be eradicated by manipulating the space layout of the garment shop so that we can accommodate as many customers as possible. So we can able to improve the level of the coordination between the retail uh, shop and also the customer. The next one, simulation of healthcare. So using augmented reality as a point of interference, we can do all medical related application with the help of augmented reality that will serve as an instruction manual for the medical professionals so that they can able to measure the flaw present inside the human body system. It will be very easy to detect with the help of AR visual ray glasses. As a nutshell, let us see the advantages of simulation. Simulation tries to minimize the wastage by improving the performance efficiency. And next one, it will reduce the risk by enriching the skill of the worker by preserving the life of the human in a hazardous environment. Now I'm going to show a small software demo simulation of a material handling system in a Kanban bin production system. Using Enterprise Dynamics. This is a trial version software, open source software. Uh, so let us see the basic information which are given in the toolbar menu. These are the icons, standard icons of simulation model which are presented here. And this gives you the simulation runtime. We can able to maximize or minimize the simulation runtime, that is the length of simulation time, and a timer clock which is projected down that will try to record the physical movement of each and every entity which are carried out within the simulation workbench area. Now let us directly start a simple exercise using the so-called software Enterprise Dynamics. Let us start with the basic modeling practice. Click this option, basic modeling practice. Pick product, drag it and keep it in the workbench area. Then next one, go to storage, select the Kanban bin card, keep it in the particular location. Then go to transportation option, choose a suitable material handling system, floor bound material handling system. Then go to storage again, select warehouse, rearrange the sequence of the entity in such a way that it has to measure a sequential flow. Now we want to, if you want, we can change the properties of each and every separate individual entities by left clicking the mouse button. Suppose I want to change the product dimensions. Randomly, I can assign the seed number in this way. Click apply and give OK. The geometrical shape of the product gets slightly manipulated. And go to the second entity, Kanban bin. It is a temporary work in process buffer stock. Here, the initial inventory as of now, it is given as 10. Replenishment quantity is 12. Reorder point is 5. So I am just changing it as 9 initial inventory and replenishment quantity as 8. I'm doing some random analysis. I'm changing the data. Let us see what is the final output. And in the forklift truck, so these options are to be accepted as such a default without any further change. And go to warehouse. Here also, I'm accepting the change as such. Click OK. Now I'm going to do the simulation operation. By clicking this triangle button. Now monitor the movement, the part movement with the help of the material handling system. Right? So now there is no raw material in the Kanban bin. So everything has been shifted to the warehouse location. All finished components are stored to warehouse location. The total run time is 13 minutes 54 seconds. So if I want to stop, I have to use a square symbol, this button. If I fail to stop, time overflow constraint will occur. So we may not be able to get a good result. So immediately I have to stop the simulation process using the square box. So this is one of the simple example using the simulation with the help of a material handling system. So through this, we can understand the characteristics, the real behavior of the proposed current, the production environment that can be mimicked as such virtually with the help of a simulation interface. Let us see the conclusion. Now we are in the final stage of a meeting. Simulation is not only designing, both model and design we can create so that we can able to measure the gap between the real time and on virtual basis. It is an efficient tool for carrying out all basic activities related to manufacturing. And it is a method which tries to reduce the malfunction of the present system so that we can fine tune the so-called manufacturing system to make it as a more effective one. So with this, I end my closing remarks. Thank you, one and all. Thanks for your patience listening.